John, Lois, John and Katie, welcome back. Laura, Alana, and I are very happy to see you back for our second session. So just to recap, at our first session, we talked at length about your complaint statement and the fact that you wanted to address those major issues. So I'm going to go ahead and reread it just to refresh everyone's memory. The complaint statement that you came up with is: we are constantly judging each other and expecting members to be or act in a certain way, rather than supporting one another to be the best we each can be and to achieve our individual dreams and goals. Are we still on the same page that this is the problems and challenges that you want to focus on?
I think so.
Okay. Right. John, you're nodding your head? Okay. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to propose a technique that we use quite often to help individuals identify possible solutions to their problems. So I'd like you to imagine for a moment that you go home this evening, you have dinner, you watch TV, you brush your teeth, you do all the normal things you normally do, you go to bed, and through the night a miracle happens. And all of these problems that you've just described that brought you here today are gone. How would you be thinking, feeling, and acting differently so that you knew that miracle had taken place? Who would like to start by sharing what that would look like for them?
Okay, well, I guess I will.
Okay, Lois.
Well, for one thing, my husband would listen to me and listen to my feelings and respect my ideas and care about what was important to me. I think that's all I can say right now.
Can you rephrase some of what you said using I statements?
Okay, I feel like I am just left alone to run the house, pay the bills, cook, clean, watch after our son, and now our niece Katie, who I'm very glad is here. Katie, you know I love you. I feel like...
So remember the miracle. If all those problems were gone, use an I statement to describe how you would know the miracle has happened.
I would see my son get up off the couch.
Okay.
I would see my son go get his GED and look for a job. I would see Katie look for a job. And I would feel my husband maybe put his arms around me and hug me every once in a while.
Can you think of a feeling word? I would feel...
Appreciated.
You would feel appreciated. All right, Lois, thank you so
Yeah,
much
I
for
feel
sharing.
appreciated right now.
Okay. So for you, appreciation is the biggest way that you would know that miracle had taken place in your family.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Who would like to go next?
Wow, I'm not getting very many points.
Could you describe then, John, what your miracle, how you would know that miracle had taken place, how you would be thinking, feeling, and acting differently within the family so that you knew that that miracle had happened?
I'm kind of surprised. I thought I did a little better than that.
So you're a little bit surprised by, your wife's sentiments just now.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting that. Would anything be different if that miracle happened?
Well, we're kind of housing, her niece, her sister's daughter, so it's like,
Katie?
And, I'm getting ready to retire, kind of ready to relax and just kick back. And, I guess the miracle for me would be just the two of us, and these guys are off doing what they want to do, and we're enjoying our retirement I've worked so hard for.
Okay. Can you think of a feeling word as well to go along with that? How you might be feeling differently?
Maybe not invaded, but just the two of us would be nice.
Can I talk?
What was it like to
That
hear that?
surprises me.
That surprises
I didn't know he wanted his fun.
Yeah, you're a lot more fun than the guys I work with.
Thanks.
Okay.
That was a joke.
So how did it feel to hear him say that?
Makes me feel a little bit better, but I'm interested that you say Katie is my niece, because she's your niece too.
And that's definitely something that we could come back to. I would like everyone to get a chance to first describe the miracle. So, Katie and John, again, how would you be thinking, feeling, or behaving differently so that you knew the miracle had taken place in your family?
Well, like, are you asking, like, what my version of it would be?
Absolutely.
Well, in a perfect world, they would get off my back and stop harassing me to get off the couch. Like nothing I do seems to be good enough for them anymore. And it's really annoying, and I wish we could just get along and, you know, they could just leave me alone. If they have something bad to say, just not say it. And so what if I'm on the couch? Like, I'm not hurting anybody.
So you feel criticized.
Yeah.
So how would you be feeling if the miracle took place?
Just like relieved, you know, just like not mad all the time that somebody's yelling at me for no reason. You know, like, that's ridiculous. That's normal, by the way. So that wouldn't happen.
You'd be your own person.
Yes.
How would you be behaving differently? I hear a lot of references to the couch.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'd just be more motivated. Wouldn't be pressured to do stuff. Like, I would do stuff because I want to do it, not because I'm being pushed to do something, especially something I don't want to do.
So is it safe to say you would feel encouraged rather than forced if the miracle happened?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share
Not really right now.
right now? Okay, well, thank you for that. Katie?
My perception of this magic miracle were to happen?
That's right. We'd love to hear it.
Well, I feel like I would be free because I'd be able to get out from underneath this like crazy thumb that I feel like I'm under right now. By the fact that everything that I do, I don't affect them. And what I'm doing, I'm living my life and things are fine. And they've got a problem with it. I don't have a problem with my life. And so if I were able to wake up tomorrow and this magic miracle were to happen, I'd be able to do what I want and it's not affecting anybody else.
Would you still be living in the house with your other family if the miracle happened?
I don't understand how it would matter. I could live there and the way that I live my life, I don't affect any of them.
That's not true.
So you would want to be able to live in the home on your own terms?
Hell yeah.
All right. What are some thoughts and feelings related to hearing what Katie's saying about not feeling as though the things that she says and does impacts the rest of the family?
It does impact the rest of the family. We asked for you to come here. We love you. We feed you. We house you. We clothe you, so to speak. And I don't think it's asking too much for you to contribute a little bit.
Katie, what would contribution look like to you, to the family?
I feel like everything's fine because, and that I contribute and I'm not doing anything wrong there.
What do you contribute?
Well, first of all, you know, Johnny and I, we like to hang out and have a good time. And so, isn't that the whole part of this, is that we're supposed to be bonding and getting to be a better family?
So the
And
support.
that's what I'm doing with Johnny, so there's contribution.
Do you have anything to say?
Well, I've dealt a lot with refugees. Do you feel like a refugee here, or this is your home?
What do you label me as?
I'm just
You
throwing
want me
out
to get
ideas.
out and do my own thing so that you can go and retire and have your own life, so I'm a burden on you.
Well,
You feel like a burden.
I think you would rather be free, and this is a house with order and with rules, and that may kind of cramp your style. So,
Is your idea of freedom, Katie, and how you want to live your life conducive with the rest of your family's ideas of how they want to have run their household?
Apparently not, but I don't see what the big deal is. I'm an adult.
Can I speak? What do you do all day?
What do you do all day?
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is how they talk to me.
well, that's
How do you
little-
feel right now with how they're talking
I
to you,
feel
Lois?
unappreciated.
Unappreciated,
Yep, disrespected.
disrespected. So not much support.
I don't know what
And
I've
that's
done wrong.
one of the goals that you want to work on is supporting each other as individuals and helping each other work towards their individual goals. So I hear you want to spend more time with your wife in retirement. You want to have that time. You've been looking forward to that time. You both want to not feel under the thumb, is that right? To be your own unique individuals, to determine your goals and to pursue your goals. And you want to do it in a way where you can all, essentially, I heard someone say, I think it was you, John, get along with each other so that you can communicate with less arguing. Well, am I correct in that?
Yes.
Okay, well, I think my fellow counselor here has another technique, another idea that she'd like to introduce to maybe help you kind of determine how you might already be doing some of those things.
So, what I want you guys to do is think back to a time where you guys would have faced a problem, but somehow it didn't end up bad in a negative way.
So a situation where the problems we've been discussing were actually not so bad,
Yeah.
where you were supporting each other, where there was encouragement, where individuals were allowed to express themselves as individuals.
I can think of a time when Johnny was in the 9th grade. His grades started to slip, and we got him a tutor, and he did it beautifully. His grades came back up. We felt like he was our Johnny again. He was enjoying school. We belonged to some clubs. When John was home, we would have dinner together. He would come home and talk to me about what he did that day in school. And then right after 10th grade, I don't know, just everything fell apart.
Did you guys continue the dinners that you have?
Sporadically until he got a new group of friends. He decided to drop out, and he didn't want to take my advice anymore about, I offered to get him tutoring. I felt like I tried to offer every single thing I could think of, and you just didn't listen to me anymore.
Johnny, how did the dinners, were they good for you? Did they support a relationship with your mother and your father that was good?
I mean, what she's saying is that's when she said that was my Johnny, that was her Johnny. My Johnny is what I decide and what I want to do, and I don't think I was being supported. I think I was just playing along to make everybody else happy, because it's not really what I want.
So you don't like it when I call you my Johnny?
No, because I'm my Johnny. I'm my own person.
I can stop doing that. I'll work on that.
The situation that you were describing, Lois, I hear you saying that you had that feeling of connectedness to your husband and to your son during that time, and that's what made that situation, better than what you've currently been describing.
That's true. I did.
So strong
And now
connectedness,
I've got nothing.
and now
and no one.
disconnectedness, and you feel like you have nothing and no one. Okay.
I'm not sure how long I should be expected to hang out and keep trying. It seems like they've made up their minds.
Well, I'm just thinking, whose house is it?
So you're thinking about the rules, John. Right,
Well, I'm coming home in about 5 years. 3-4 months, I'm going back out again. And, I kind of like this to be resolved when I come.
I can understand
Back from
that.
I'm
Iraq.
sure you would.
Yeah, I'm sure I would.
And I'd like to come home and rest, and, I don't need to be squelching other battles.
Okay.
This is kind of the house, and you you're growing up and there's choices you can make, and freedom comes with a price. You know, sometimes battles have to be fought so somebody wins, but we don't need to fight battles. You just have to realize that this is
This is what,
the
this is not a
house.
war zone.
Yes.
And he's not grown up, he's still,
Well,
he's 17.
I think
He's
the
not-
military would be a great option if you chose to do that. Or I can send him off to military college where he can go for free.
I don't think we need to.
Save
go that
$80,000
far.
real quick.
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
good
think-
idea.
I don't think that's a
It's not.
Lois, I'd like to go back to the example that you gave, if that's okay, because when you were describing this wonderful time and this connectedness, John, you sort of felt, well, that wasn't my experience of that time. I'd like you to share then your exception to the rule. When was a time in your life where the problem in your family was not very bad?
Well, after I dropped out of high school, I
What was
actually,
that? That was
like last year,
last year, okay.
I started playing guitar. I have a guitar that I had and I never touched it, and I just started playing it and learning stuff on it, and people were actually like supportive in my family and said I sounded good, and I like for once I did something I like to do and people said it was good. And it was like, that was the first time I was ever allowed to do what I want, and actually people supported me. And that never happens in any other area in this family.
Mm. So you found something that you love, that you were also encouraged and supported. How did you support your son with the guitar? Do you remember something you said to him?
You know any Beatles?
No.
Any Beatles song?
Was there something that you said to your son when he was playing that encouraged him? Because he mentioned the family.
I don't think I ever really did.
So when you say the family,
Well, he did, he just doesn't remember. 'Cause I remember him saying I sounded pretty good. I'd only been playing for like a week and I'd already been learning
wow.
chords and like even a
He is
few
good.
songs. And then he said one day, oh, you're sounding good in there. And like,
Okay.
but all of a sudden now he doesn't remember it. I guess because he wants me to be in the army or something.
So what you're saying is the positive moment was him complimenting you on a thing that you were really good at.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something you would like for you guys to continue on.
Yeah.
And do you think you can do that for your son?
Sure.
Compliment him on some things that you find that are good?
I just would like to hear him be excited about a goal and go for it.
He seems
Yeah.
pretty excited about the guitar.
Yeah.
Are you excited about the guitar?
Yeah, I would totally, I mean, it's the only time I will get off the couch is to go up and play guitar.
Okay.
So that's really helpful that, so you did, you found something you were passionate about, and when you find that, you have the energy and the motivation to pursue it, and then when you get positive encouragement from your family, you become even more motivated. And what I hear your parents saying is they'd like you to, they would love to see you continue to do that in other areas of your life as well.
But I want him to get the GED. Okay, that's really important.
So that's important to you, that he
Mhm.
gets the GED. What are your thoughts on that, John?
Well, I don't know. I don't need a GED to play guitar. So, I don't think it's necessary, but it's like whatever. There's always going to be something I have to do that I don't want to do, apparently.
That's like the military.
I
He's
suppose
not going
that's
into the military. so
life in
it's-
general too.
It's not happening. How are you gonna pay your bills?
I don't know. Play for bars, get money that way.
So I hear you say you're interested in a career as a professional musician.
Yeah, I mean, I'd get good enough and do that, make
Have you-
some money.
Have you ever told your parents that that's a goal of yours?
Not really,
No?
so,
So this is the first time?
yeah.
Katie, you've been quiet. Would you like to jump in and talk about a time where it's not been, the problems in your family have not been so bad? When you all got along better, supported each other?
It's been chaos since I moved in. I've only been in for a short period of time. And here I am. I mean, it's been the same, it's been like this since I moved in,
Okay.
so.
So you're saying that you're having a hard time coming up with an example?
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe an example earlier on in your childhood? Does anything come to mind?
I remember this one time I don't know where he was. He probably was overseas or something like that. But that we went with my mom, and the four of us went to the beach when Johnny and I were little.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
What was different about the time at the beach, Katie?
My mom was there,
Your mom was there.
and we didn't have anybody causing any problems or arguing or trying to control anything. We just were at the beach, having a good time.
Enjoying one another's company.
Yeah.
Lois, I see you smiling. Do you remember that time also?
It was a good day, yeah.
John, do you remember that day also?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. What stands out for you about that day?
Just like I said earlier, everybody was getting along. Nobody was harassing each other about stuff we need to do or what we should do. It was just we were all hanging out and being cool with each other.
So maybe finding activities that you guys can do where there's no stressors of life is what you would prefer to do
Yeah.
when you're spending time with one another?
Yeah.
So finding some opportunities to sort of put the school and the other problems aside to really just be with one another as people and as individuals and enjoy each other's company, even if it's a family meal or a short amount of time.
Like that.
Katie, would you like that?
Sure.
What are some activities that you think would best suit so you could feel included into the family as well?
I don't know. I mean, I guess just anything. We don't do anything together, so I guess just doing anything together
Would be
would be more inclusive.
Okay.
So small steps, just beginning with something like the dinner idea,
Okay,
for
yeah.
example. How about for you? Time when the family's problems just weren't so bad and
Well, I remember before the boy was born, we had some miscarriages. And, you know, those were some pretty terrible times, and it was just the two of us. And we worked through that. And, I guess everybody looks forward to the time where they're going to retire, but I just want to see, you know, the boy do his thing, whatever that is, but to do it successfully. And you know, there's a time where most kids usually want to leave the house, and I guess I'm kind of looking forward to that. So my good moment was when it was just the two of us.
can you think of a time when the whole family was together? All four of you, where you were able to all support one another, have open communication, be patient with one another, encourage one another?
Well, let's see, when was the last time we went to Fridays for dinner? Probably one of those times.
Was that a tradition of yours?
Well, she didn't want to cook, so we just all went to.
What about that
Went to
time
Friday.
was good for you?
I guess just getting out, you know, and doing something together.
So you agree with Katie that you just want to do activities together where you're just you guys and no responsibilities?
Yeah, it gets us out of the house. The house is like, so that's why we're here.
So I hear you say that there were these family dinners. I'm kind of noticing a theme a little bit with some of your statements, that there's been some family dinners in the home and outside of the home where you were able to just enjoy each other's company, and there was not the judgment, and there was not the putting the pressure on people to be or act a certain way. It was more acceptance.
Yeah.
Next time, we have to go back and talk about some things that you said
Okay,
about me.
okay,
Yeah, I think I'm being paged actually, so I got
okay.
a specialized call coming.
I want to talk about me.
Okay. Well, we definitely will come back to what we've discussed today. You know, we've talked a little bit about the problems, and we've talked about what it will look like when the problem is gone, and sometimes when the problem has really not been so bad. And so what this tells us is that you have a lot of strengths. There's already many things that you're doing to help you reach those goals. And so we're going to spend some time teasing those out and learning about your strengths as a family and as individuals. How does that sound moving forward?
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Great. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank
Look
you.
forward to seeing you next time.